Hello everybody, it's Final Rich here with something a little different. Albums that look the same. Now, my last video, I did albums, why do I have two of this album? And I'm going to show one that I meant to show, and I didn't. And it's Jefferson Airplane, Crown of Creation. And I meant to show this Taiwan version, which the cover of this is the back cover of the original. But the reason I wanted to show this is they spelled Jefferson Airplane wrong. Jefferson Airplane. Okay. Album covers that look the same or have similarities. Now, I'm going to start it off with some parody covers, I guess. And we're going to do Meet the Beatles. And we got Meet the Residents. Just a parody of the Beatles. Except this one doesn't have the gold record award. And the back, they did the same, There was a lot of Beatle parodies. Sgt. Pepper, Abbey Road. But I'm going to show another one that's a little not quite as obvious or familiar with people. And it's the Tater Tots mono and the Beatles Help. You got Yoko, doing the signaling. And here are the Beatles. Another parody. We got Led Zeppelin 2. Probably my favorite Led Zeppelin. And we're going to pair that with Doggy Style 2. Fantastic. And the backs. We got Frippin' Eno, No Pussyfooting. And here we have ISS with Endless Pussyfooting. A parody of this album cover. And we got ISS here. And on this cover, they're using the symbol of this band from Germany. I'm not even going to attempt to say it. But the reason I'm showing this one is the back cover is the same as the back cover of this Beastie Boys. Or it's a parody of it. It's not the same. Now we're going to just do album covers that look the same or have similarities. And we're going to start with Lou Reed with Rock and Roll Animal. And we got Patti Smith, Easter. Now what's interesting about these two albums is the female is the one with the hairy armpits. We got Cruising by Village People out in the desert. We got the Plasmatics out in the desert. This is, what is it called? Beyond the Valley of 1984. But the similarities of this one is the back covers. You got an aerial shot of the band out in the desert. Very similar. Now this next one, we got Dialysis with Pretty Men, and we got the Disconnects, Wake Up Dead. It's a similar style of art, kind of cartoony, and the color scheme is very similar. Now one that was pointed out, I think this week by Randall Weaver, was this Grateful Dead Anthem of the Sun and the Insect Trust. Very similar. Same type of design. We got this Wall of Voodoo. Mexican Radio 12-inch. We got all these doll heads and We got Nod. Kind of similar vibe. Another one with a similar vibe, and these two albums may have came out in the same year. It's Mudhoney, Super Fuzz Muff, Big Muff, playing live and then Out of Control. And here we got L7 with their first album. Kind of similar type style. We got Fibonacci's here. Civilization and Discotheques. And we got Sativa Love Box. Now, with the exception of this cartoony figure here, they're pretty similar. Same color scheme and pretty similar style of painting in both. We got the Ramones here, Too Tough to Die, with them in front of a tunnel. Backlit, all you see is the silhouettes, and we got this no heads. It's kind of a similar idea, you know. Now I'm going to talk about another subject here, and these albums don't necessarily look alike, but it's the same idea. We got Album by Generic Flipper, and PIL came out with the generic thing. Album is the name of the album. People criticize PIL for copying, but I kind of like the PIL one better, especially with the blue generic. I don't know, younger people might not remember, but there was this generic brand, and everything was white with this blue label. But this color scheme, we got a few albums that kind of just two colors, you know, basically. We got Adolescents with their first album. This one here, it's kind of interesting. It's two primary colors. This one here, you got two complementary colors, the red and the green. And this one here, you got yellow with black, and black technically is not a color. Now, out of these three, I think the one that is the most jarring is the one with the complementary colors. Anyways, take care, everybody. Go Jets.